Guys, today I'm going to go over the kind of prep work for the Illuminated Manuscript project. So Illuminated Manuscript is a little bit of a lost art because handwritten communication isn't so prevalent anymore. Most people use the computer to do most of their communication. So if we're talking really about handwriting as an art, it's just really not done that much anymore. So what is illuminated manuscript? Manuscript comes from the Latin word manus or hand and scriptus, which is writing. A scribe would get a book to copy and write every word out by hand, and this is prior to 1450. So can you imagine having to write every word, copying it? People hate copying notes anyway, and if you had to write everything with your hand. Illuminated means it was decorated with gold leaf and seen to light up. So here's some examples of illuminated manuscript letters, and most of them use gold. It's called gold leaf, and basically it's a very, very thin layer of gold. There's fake gold leaf that you can buy, which I do buy. Normally when we're not in a pandemic, I let everyone do the fake gold leaf. But since we are social distancing, we are trying not to do that. So here's some examples of different letters that they did. And here's some with specific gold leaf. They get very, very detailed because, again, remember, this was considered an art. So the book itself was a work of art. It wasn't just like the literature or for reading. The book itself, they took a lot of care to use that book and to make that book. Here's some more examples that I put on. Some of them are actually like, the one on the right is actually like a landscape with people, which is interesting. So who made illuminated manuscripts? During medieval times, monks solely made the illuminated manuscripts. Monasteries were the central places for learning before colleges existed. For a king or priest to get a copy of a book, a monk would have to copy it. One monk copied the letters and another one copied the pictures. So a monk and a monastery is basically a religious place that people choose to live. It was based on the Catholic faith, which is a type of Christianity. And the monks would live in these places and work and dedicate their lives to God. So they believed that making these manuscripts was a service to God. And it was a way to make money because you have to eat. So how did the monks create the manuscript? Monks used calf skin, so unfortunately calf is a cow, or goat skin that they cleaned, stretched, and applied white chalk to appear brighter. Scribes used a quill pen made from a swan or goose feather. The illuminator painted the illustrations and added the gold or silver, and it's a process called gilding. The book was then hand sewed together. So this is not an easy process. Can you imagine trying to do a worksheet and you had to first skin a calf or a goat, apply chalk, let it dry, find a goose feather or a swan feather, and then go ahead and sew your project together when you're done? I mean, I have a hard enough time getting people to turn in worksheets. This was like way harder. So why did this method phase out? Like, why did they stop doing it if it was so beautiful? So there was a German man named Johannes Gutenberg, and he invented the movable type and the printing press in the 1450s. And here's the thing, people will always choose the most efficient communication method for their desired outcomes. So whether that's a text, a phone call, Facebook, Zoom, whatever is easiest, people are going to choose that. And so this moving type allowed the printer to set in these almost like little stamps to spell out each word. And then he would just ink up the letters and print it as many times as he needed to. And this was way more efficient than trying to handwrite everything out. So the handwriting debate is this. Today, some schools are taking handwriting out of the curriculum and do not teach students how to write in cursive. Do you think it is important for students today to learn cursive handwriting? New voice recognition software eliminates the need for a person to learn to type. Should kids have to learn how to type in school, or should we eliminate that too? So this is sort of a debate, and I usually have this debate in class if we are there. And since I'm kind of over the internet, I'm not having this debate right now with myself. But it's something to consider how things evolve, and if kids should learn how to type, or if it's just they should be eliminated too. Alrighty, so that's the end. If you have questions, please let me know.